$51 is 4,000. So you're looking at what, 125, 130-ish dollars? Yeah, $128.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
Now we have big time double dipping. Big time double dipping happening on Hero Wars Alliance today. And I am a little sad face about it. Way of Nature special event starts tomorrow. Way of Nature is a nature faction themed event. There's dolls and chests. You're going to be able to get artifacts specifically for Way of Nature heroes. You'll be able to get dolls. In fact, they've updated this post with the full quest chain. Here you go. And promote the event hero, which I'm assuming is Mojo, right? I'm assuming since we're featuring... Yeah, it's featuring Mojo here. So, promoting Mojo to Orange Rank 4 is the event, right? And the shop, we don't have access to the shop just yet, but the shop is pretty standard fare when it comes to... It's pretty standard when it comes to these faction events, right? You have the dolls and the chests, and you do these tasks to earn currency, and then you use the currency to buy rewards. Typically, it's items to level up the hero, the featured hero, or the featured faction. So we'll talk more about it when the event goes live tomorrow. We'll talk about best shop buys and all of that tomorrow. Fast forward a couple of hours, just about 4 hours ago, they made this post that the Talisman Keepers event is going to go live tonight/tomorrow morning as well. Of course, we know by now, over the weekend, Fox, Fafnir, Cascade, Cleaver, Alvanor, and Corvus are getting skins. We'll talk about the skins more. Talismans. We'll talk about the Talismans a little bit more in depth, maybe tomorrow, maybe later on in the day if we have time. The first thing that we have to talk about is the overlap. So we have login. That's always an overlap. We have spend emeralds on both. We have spend energy on both, right? And then we have score VIP. That's buy stuff. That's buy skins, buy emeralds, buy guild bundles on both. We have open outland chests only on one. I think that's all of the overlap, though, right? I think that's all of the overlap. But opening outland chests, that's where people are going to be spending their emeralds. Tower and expeditions is basically free to play. And then, if you want to level a Mojo or not, that's the thing. So there's two parts of this that make me sad. First of all, I don't ever like these events that require you to level up a specific hero, but I understand it. I understand that Mojo is the focus, and you can't just have a general purpose, otherwise it kind of loses its identity, right? You want to have a focus for the event. So you got to level up Mojo in order to get more of the event coins. If you maxed everything else out, of course, you might not want to level up Mojo, though I would say most of you probably are considering or have already started leveling up Mojo because of his effectiveness in a lot of different teams. There are some really good teams, PvP and offensive and defensive oriented, that he's really good with, as well as there's a couple of, I believe he's still an integral part in a lot of people's Hydra teams. So the problem that I have is with the rest of this social media post. It says, note the changes in the upcoming events, new distribution of talismans and the quest chains. You can get one talisman for logging in. And this is the big departure that most people are not going to really notice. You only get the Fox talisman for logging in. Let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can see this a little better. You only get the Fox talisman for logging in. It used to be you would get 3 talismans for logging in. So the idea, I think, is that it lets you get access to all of the talismans on day one if you want. I see that purpose. I get it. I do. But the problem comes in with the rest of the changes that has got, if you're not upset about this, then you should be. The others from this quest chain have been moved to the chains for talisman stat rerolls and winning battles with an equipped talisman. And then update to the talisman upgrade quest chain. Now it only takes into account new talismans that can be attained during the event. So this is the problem, the big problem that I have, and I'm very disappointed with this change, and I don't see this change really impacting anybody in a positive light. And there's 2 reasons for it. First of all, what am I talking about? Down here, let's see. Win a PvP battle with a hero that has a talisman equipped. That's no problem. If you win 7 times, you get Cascade, right? That's fine. You can do that in a day. You can win, 7 PvP battles. That's Arena and Grand Arena, I believe, right? To get Cascade. But here's the problem. Level up the talisman to get metacubes. Level up Corvus Talisman, level up Fafnir, Corvus, Fafnir, Cleaver, and then Fox, Alvanor, Cascade. So they've locked the metacubes behind leveling up heroes that we don't necessarily want to level. I believe Guild War and Global Championship, that probably does work also, Kevin. I agree. I don't like that they're locking the meta cubes behind potentially leveling up heroes that you don't want. I don't know many people that are leveling Cascade, for example. I know that some people are leveling Fox and Alvanor. Cleaver, Corvus, Fafnir, I see often. I see Cleaver a ton. I use Cleaver. I see Fafnir and Corvus often. Fafnir more often than Corvus, but still. But a lot of people don't want to level up all 6 of these heroes to get access to metacubes. Now, the whales have access to plenty of metacubes. The whales are the people that are going to be absolutely happy, or at least okay with, leveling up these whatever heroes, right? So I struggle with this change. I can see it, the reasoning behind these other ones, moving where to get the talismans. I can see the reasoning there. You know, you don't have to log in all 3 days. You could potentially get all of the talismans on day 1 now. I see that. Tim says whales are leveling them anyway, but they do not have plenty of metacube. Oh, they don't? Okay, well. Regardless, I don't like this change. You know, I do like that there's double dipping. Obviously, it's always good to have more efficient use of resources when we can, right? Anytime we have an opportunity to get rewarded in 2 ways by opening Outland Chest. Actually, technically 3 ways. We got Outland Chest openings and then spend emeralds on 2 different task lists. I like that. I do like that. But I think this is a big L. And I'm sure somebody asked for this. I'm sure somebody had this idea and thought this is going to be smooth. But my hope is at the end of the week, we will get a survey. And I would like you all to make sure to get your info in on this survey. I know a lot of people don't do the surveys. You're going to get rewarded whether you do the survey or not, right? They always do the giveaway afterwards, the free, gift link or whatever. But if this is something that bothers you, like if you do not level up these heroes, then you should absolutely say so. Because I don't like how they lock this. I don't like how they lock it. Look at all these meta cubes. I don't level any of these 3 heroes. I don't use any of these 3 heroes. I don't. I use Alvanor. I use Alvanor a little bit. I like Fox. I like Cascade. I like Wave Nature a lot too. Are those tasks sequential or can they be cherry picked? Kevin, I am not sure. I'm not sure. That's a really good question. Because if you can't get the Fox to level 25 unless you do Alvanor and Cascade, that's a really good question, Kevin. I have no idea. I guess we could talk about them a little bit. Fafnir locked behind a VIP does not surprise me one bit. Fafnir is a very popular hero and has been a very popular hero for a long time. More strength and more physical attack, only good. The spending emeralds, I'm actually okay with this, with Cleaver. I will have to get this one. I use Cleaver a lot in my Way of Chaos team. Spend 60k emeralds. Cleaver is a pay-to-win hero as it is, right? I don't suppose that really makes it okay, though. Yeah, spending 5,000 energy, though, in 3 days, that's super easy to do. That's really easy to do, only with just like a modicum amount of saved up energy. Rerolling the talisman 20 times, that's annoying, but it's doable. Everyone is going to want to do it. Winning battle, Cascade's going to be super easy to get. Oh, log in. Yeah, I definitely understand the choices, the 2 paywall ones. I definitely understand both of those. Cleaver is a very heavily used hero, though, so it makes sense for top PvPers wanting to make people spin to get it. Yeah, no, I get it. I get that. I get both of these choices. And whenever I saw him yesterday, I was like, I could pretty well guess, just looking at this image, the heroes that people care about in this page, there's only 2.5. And I say that's a very blanket statement, and it doesn't really apply to every single person, obviously, but you just don't see Fox, Cascade, and Alvanor as much as you see Fafnir and Cleaver. Like, you see them, and you see Corvus, you just don't see those 3 as much. So those 3 were easy to knock out of the paywalled ones. Now, as far as the wins and the loses here, I think all of them are good. I hadn't thought about the Fox health interaction, or the lack thereof, I suppose. And I don't really know that I want health for my Alvanor. I think that I would probably prefer magic attack for Alvanor, it seems like. Health for a tank, great choice. Physical attack for Corvus. He is an offensive tank. Great choice. Physical attack for Fafnir. I'm not really sure what else would be better. Sure. But yeah, these, I mean, I'll have to get them all. I'll have to get them all and level up and level them up a little bit so I can get more metacubes. There will be ways to get talismans in the future, though. There will be ways. All right, good question, though. Got to be level 120 to unlock a talisman. To participate in the event, your hero account, your whole account needs to be level 120 as well. Be mindful of that. $51 is 4,000. So you're looking at, what, 125? 130-ish dollars? Yeah, $128. I do not want to, I don't want to spend this. I don't want to do it at all. But, you know, and I don't use any of the Fafnir Artemis. Though, no, I do use the Fafnir Oyo. I do use Fafnir occasionally. I don't want to spend $130 on this event, though. Am I going to have to? I'm mad about it. I don't like it. Let them know. Share your complaints when the survey pops up. Do it.